On the very edge of the sea, nestled against the shore, there was a small, quiet village. Every morning, without fail, the waves would arrive, carrying untold stories from the deep. In this village lived a young fisherman named Ayaan. He was a man of few words, but his heart was as deep and mysterious as the ocean he spent his life with. One morning, long before the sun had fully risen, Ayaan took his small boat out to sea. As he made his way back toward the shore, something caught his eye, shimmer, a flash of something beautiful near the water's edge. He steered his boat closer, and as he approached, his steps froze. Ayaan had only ever heard of mermaids in old fishermen's tales. A flicker of fear crossed his heart, but it wasn't enough to make him run. Instead, a strange and powerful concern filled him, a feeling he couldn't quite name. He whispered, a wave of relief washing over him. Knowing the danger she would be in if the villagers found her, Ayaan acted quickly. He gently covered her with his warm shawl and, with great care, carried her to his small, secluded hut near the shore. His hut was a place of solitude, a sanctuary where only the sound of the sea and his own quiet loneliness ever dwelled. It was safe here. Inside, he tenderly cleaned her wounds, wiping the salt water from her silver hair. Then, he sat beside her, simply waiting. Hours passed, stretching into the afternoon. Ayaan forgot all about fishing, forgot about the world outside his small hut. His entire focus was on the mysterious creature resting before him. As the sun began its slow descent into the sea, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold, the mermaid slowly opened her eyes. They were the color of the deep ocean, holding a depth that seemed to contain the sea itself. She tried to move, but she was weak from her ordeal. Seeing her fear, Ayaan spoke softly, his voice barely a murmur. "Don't be afraid, you're safe." She didn't understand his language, of course, but the honesty and kindness in his tone were universal. After a moment of shared silence, she managed to convey her name, Laira. Day after day, Ayaan took care of her with a gentle devotion. And healthy, before bringing her back to the safety of the hut. Ayaan found himself becoming attached to Laira, to her quiet nature, to the profound sadness he saw in her eyes, and to the comforting presence she brought to his lonely life. But Laira's heart was torn. She would often sit just outside the hut, her gaze fixed on the endless ocean, a deep longing etched on her face. The sea was her home, her breath, her very soul. She yearned to return. Ayaan saw this longing every single time, and with each glance, his own heart felt a little heavier. Laira too had grown attached to the quiet fisherman. His unwavering care gave her a sense of peace she hadn't known, and his presence made her feel protected and safe. Yet she could not ignore the undeniable truth: she could not survive in the human world. Staying on land was slowly weakening her. Her magnificent tail was losing its vibrant color, and her breathing grew more labored with each passing day. They both knew the truth, and they both remained silent, trapped in a beautiful, impossible moment. On nights when the wind grew strong and howled around the little hut, tears would shine in Laira's eyes, reflecting the moonlight. Ayaan would simply sit beside her, offering his silent companionship. Sometimes, love doesn't need words, it only needs presence. But Ayaan knew this story could not last. This love, as deep as it was, had an ending written into its very beginning. So one morning, with a heavy heart, he made a decision. He carried Laira to the shore one last time. Tears filled his eyes, blurring the image of the woman he had come to love, but a soft, sad smile remained on his face. He gently lowered her into the cool water. "This is your home," Ayaan said, his voice thick with emotion. "And my love is your freedom." As Laira slipped back into the embrace of the water, she turned and looked back at him one final time. Her eyes held the very same pain that was echoing in Ayaan's own heart. Then, like a gentle light descending into the depths, she was gone, disappearing into the vast, mysterious waves. Even today, all these years later, when Ayaan goes out to fish and the cold sea breeze blows across his face, it feels as if the ocean itself is speaking to him. He feels, deep in his soul, that somewhere far away, beneath the waves, the mermaid Laira still remembers his silent, selfless love. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more tales from the heart.